Hi everyone, I am Shay. Welcome back to my channel. I received a few questions regarding being a military spouse overseas. I received these via email and other social media platforms. So I do appreciate each and every question that I receive. I know it's been a while since I have done a video, so I am back with more videos. Alright, so let's jump into this video. Now, as we know, we all have completely different experiences, okay? Now, one thing before I get into the video, I recommend you finding your duty station Facebook page. There you can go on the page and ask everyone what is it to do in the local area, and you can also actually meet some great friends there. Now, this is the best advice I can give going to a new duty station, especially overseas. Now, the first question I received: what is the biggest misconception of being a military or a retiree's wife? I would say the biggest misconception is that wives are what you call it, dependopotamus. That is that they're lazy and do not contribute to the household. They have lots of kids to escape working. I think that is the biggest misconception. There's a lot of working military spouses out here I've seen over the last few years, being an active duty member and being a spouse of an active duty member and being a spouse now of a retired active duty member. Okay, the next question asks, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hard is it living this lifestyle? I would say probably about maybe a 2 to a 3. And that is because you sort of have to love it. You really do. And I was fortunate enough to be a active, I was active duty. So I was actually able to be an active duty member. So I seen what it was to be an active duty member and what it was to be a active duty spouse. But I love learning new cultures. I love visiting different countries and meeting new people. I just love traveling, so I really love it. So I would say maybe about a 2 to 3. Now, the only downside, I would say, it does dictate your lifestyle. It really does. And the separation period from deployment or from lots of TDYs. So my husband have lots of TDYs as a active duty member, and as a retiree he has lots of TDYs. Now, and the separation period for deployment, like I said, and TDYs. Now, this leads me to my next question: how do I deal with deployment? Okay, when my husband was deployed, it was very difficult. You have to communicate, I would say. And now we have so many avenues of communicating. Facebook, we have Facebook Live, we have emails, we have FaceTime. We just have it all, Instagram, chat, Snapchats, or whatever So there are a lot of ways you can communicate. And then we can also do the old-fashioned way of writing a letter. But I would say the next thing, you have to trust your spouse. You are many, many, many miles away from one another, and sometimes the spouse is gone from 6 months to a year, or 2 years, or however. You have to trust your spouse. You have to communicate with one another. And while you are separated, you take that time to learn more about yourself. You socialize, you make new friends, you stay busy. And if you haven't worked on your education, start working on your education. So that's another thing I would say, that you need to do to make the time go, and before you know it, you are back with your spouse. Okay. Next question I have. Do you like living on the military facilities? I actually liked living on the base. However, I've never lived on the base stateside. But overseas, the lifestyle is like a close-knit family, and I love it. And it's definitely a sense of a small community. It's been that way with us over the last few years. So that is our experience. And this time we opted not to live on base, so we are off base. We're getting used to the experience of living off base. And I would do a video in the future of our experience of living off base. Now I'm going to do a couple more questions, and I don't want to make this video so long, and I'm going to wrap it up. Now the next question I have: what would you say to a 20-year-old couple thinking of marriage? I wasn't a 20-year-old thinking of marriage, but now, I've seen, both sides of it, of being married to a spouse and being a dependent of a spouse. So I would say to someone that is considering at the age of 20, I would say, don't do it. Go to school, get your education, enjoy your life, find out who you are so you can be a better spouse to your husband. And you can't do that unless you find yourself. And a lot of times, you want to be able to contribute to, to the household. And nowadays you do need an education. And sometimes now it's not even stopping it getting a bachelor. You need higher education now with a lot of jobs. So, once you do that, then consider marriage. My last question, I'm going to try to combine these two. Are there ways for spouses to continue their education? Now, yes, nowadays, if you are a Marine spouse, they have a program called MyCAA. And that will assist you financially for certain pay grades and for certain careers. But do some education, do some research on that. I didn't do it because my husband's not a military Marine spouse. I'm not a spouse of a Marine, but I do have friends, and they have taken opportunity to, they have taken that and used it wisely. So study on that, and like I said, the education is, one thing is education is flexible. You can study and learn wherever you are stationed due to online courses. So I'm going to do one more question, and that question was, are there jobs opportunity for spouses overseas? Yes and no, I would say. Could it be better? Yes. Some people, friends, spouses complaints are that they interviewed for jobs that they were underqualified for, and they didn't get it. They ended up not getting the job. So that was, a blow. But for those of us who are accompanying our spouses overseas, now nurses and teacher jobs are a lot, I would say, a lot more easier to get than like an engineering job, something like that, or a to-duty spouse pilot. So sometimes you have to do volunteer work or network. The bigger the bases are, the better the opportunity. Like if you're stationed in Okinawa, there's Marines, there's Navy, Army, Air Force. So it'll be easier to get a job than it would be for a smaller base. I would say maybe like Misawa in Japan, something like that. So alright, this wraps up this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you have any more questions, submit them to my email. That will, you're welcome to do it that way, or you can even leave them in the comment section below. And if I didn't get any of the questions, maybe I need to clarify something, also let me know, and I would definitely send you an email and and explain everything better to you. And since I am fairly a small channel, I am more engaged with those that subscribe to my channel. So let me know. Thank you so much, and I will see you in future videos.